Welcome to The Other Dimension with the team, Damon Penny, Ben Winfield, and Louisa Brown. We guide you through the supernatural, the occult, and the unexplained, answering questions that will make you question your grip of reality, with special guests guiding you through everything from demons to divination, cryptids to crystals, religion to skeptics. We explore in depth the true meaning of the unexplained. So strap in, kick back, and enjoy as we enter the other dimension.
Hey kids, how are we all doing? We are back for this year. We have returned. I've returned from the dead, and Lou's on her way there, bless her, because she's ill. Even though she's still looking beautiful. And I was going to think of another word, but I'm going to stop because I can't think of the other word, and I'll end up getting myself in trouble. So, as you can see, we have company this time. On this side, we have John. We'll be talking to him in a moment. But right now, we will bring you up to scratch with what you can expect this year. Good evening, Annette. It's nice to see you. Thank you. We are back. So this year, for those of you that have been watching this show since the very beginning, this is probably a little bit of information. I'm actually now set in my job. I am home at Derby every single night, which means I can actually go into full swing again on research. So expect some very big shows. We have the talks that have restarted again at Stoke Museum, the first one being on the 26th of January. Unfortunately, guys, it's sold out already. It's sold out pretty bloody quick again, didn't it?
Yeah, there was one place left for the February, but I don't know if that's gone now, so we're going to have to put more prices on.
We will probably state that February is sold out unless we get any other, but they will be out. We will hopefully be putting one of them on every single month. Obviously, tickets are 40 quid. We generally can't remember how much tickets are, but obviously,
Craig deals with that.
Yeah, Craig deals with that.
Craig.
Obviously, come along if you can. It is one hell of a night. You get to meet me and Lou, and we get to talk to you through immunology, history, and everything else. And you also get to do a small investigation with us on an item in the museum that you cannot do an investigation with unless we are there. Hello, Kate. Nice of you to join us all the way from America. Sorry.
You want to go into a song?
Hi, Jeanette. I was going to go into some freaky ass song. Hi, Craig. It's always nice to join us. So. Righto, John. Are you ready?
With Johnny from the Nottinghamshire Paranormal Society. In other words, the village just over the hill from us.
Yeah.
So,
it's a good career, guys. I've honestly been investigating the paranormal now since my very early teenage years. Some of the things that I've experienced along the way, even to the present day, I take it with a very light pinch of salt. I don't always turn around straight away and say, "Oh my God, I've just seen a ghost," or "Oh my God, I've just seen it." What was that? I have to take a step back. Jay, who's the co-owner of the group, he kind of reels me in and pulls me back because I am really passionate about it. Obviously, you've been on investigations with us yourselves, and I think from a standard, you've kind of encouraged us along the way to get as big as what we have done now. So
we have to admit, I have to admit something. On the first investigation, I was a little bit of a. I'm going to say this clearly. I was a little bit of a prick.
You didn't say anything. You just kind of just stood around.
I did nothing.
I pretended that I was the one that was interested. You just kind of stood and wandered off places. I don't know what you guys must have thought to him.
But the thing is, when you don't know, this is what we say to people when they actually have us investigate their house. You are letting us come into your house, people that you've never even met before. We could be anybody, absolutely anybody. And I think the thing for me that night was, it was important to me to show you two just how nice of a group we can be.
Yeah.
That there's no animosity, there's no backstabbing, there's no wanting to be at the top, there's no being in the middle. We are there, we're equal.
Yeah.
And that is the biggest thing for me. And meeting you both that night, I actually said to myself, well, you know what? I'm going to invite him back out again. I'm going to invite him back out again, but then to turn around and say, right, he's not such a bad bloke. And then lo and behold, that night we was at Annesley Church and Ben came and sat next to me and kind of whispered in my ear, you know, what you've got going here, mate, is brilliant. And I'm like, whew, okay. You know, and that really, it warmed me that much that to say I've had a lot of negative experiences since I started this group, that put me up there. To say, to keep, you know, to make me keep doing what I'm doing, what I'm passionate about, what we're both passionate about, what Jay's really passionate about, what you two are passionate about. I think, in a sense, everybody in their lives passionate about it in their own individual way. So, for me, that night when Ben came and sat next to me and he said, and things haven't been easy. I've struggled with my knees, as you both know. So sometimes I do have to sit down and I have to take a break. And we investigated Anzio last summer. For me, it was a big turning point because it's massive. It's a massive abandoned army base out in the middle of nowhere. And they just frog march around this big camp. And I'm like, walking stick in the sand. I'm like, and I got to the point where I just thought to myself, right, I've done what I need to do now. I've got the footage that I need. I'm going to let the rest of the guys investigate. I'm going to go and sit down. I've done it. I've accomplished it. And the first thing that everybody said to me that night was, even the owner, when I told him what struggles I've been having, he said, you've done well tonight, pal. You've done amazing. So for me, doing the paranormal as well, it's helped me accomplish personal goals that I didn't think I'd be able to accomplish. You know, it's setting up a business, losing sleep, whittling about things, the little things. Is it going to be big? Is it going to be successful? All the nice people out there that you can talk to, like yourself and Ben, like Jeanette and the rest of them. And I just think the people that I've met along the way, the ones that have been horrible, fine. I don't want nothing to do with it. This group's going up there and it's going there and it's going to stay up there, along with everybody else. Oh my goodness, my daughter's in here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's an incredible journey, and I just want it to carry on. I really do. And we've experienced so much. I'm even becoming more sensitive now than I've ever been.
Yeah, they do say that the more you go out, the more you investigate and open yourself up to these possibilities, the more you can actually develop.
So we did. I think it was the last bank holiday that we had. Me and Jay took a trip to Strelly Village during the day, and then after that, we decided to pay a pit stop to Annesley Hall during the day. And we're walking around as normal, and you know, Jay's looking to see what he can see and all this. And next minute, I just happened to turn around and look, and I saw something out the corner of my eye. And Jay's Jay looked at my face, and then his exact response was, "What have you just seen?" And I kind of like looked at him and I says, "A woman so tall, long dress on, really long flowing dress, long hair. She was stood right there." And Jay said, "Yeah." And Jay just looked at me and says, "That's the exact same woman I've just seen." And I kind of like went, "Oh, right, okay." And people say to me, "Does it scare you?" No, not really. I think it's more the adrenaline,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Your group, the Nottinghamshire Paranormal Society, how did the idea for that come about?
So I'm a recovered alcoholic of 5 years. And at the time I was still drinking. And the doctor said to me, "Look, you need something to do to take up your time. It's something to do that basically you can channel all your energy into that's not going to involve, putting a bottle to your lips or going down to, or because I was sneaky. Any addict is a sneaky, conniving person, and they will do whatever they want to do to get the fix." And I was sat watching, I think it was Taps one night, and it suddenly popped in my head. Well, something that my brother Michael said to me. I'd had a bad day on the drink. I was struggling. I was shaking, things like that. And my brother came into me and he said, "Remember how passionate you used to be about the unexplained, the paranormal, about cryptozoology, UFOs, aliens?" He says, "I don't see that anymore." He says, "And I want that back." He says, "I want that John back." And I was like, "Right, okay." So I sat watching this Taps and I thought, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if this is actually possible. So I pulled out the laptop and I started thinking of names. And the inspiration did come from Taps. And I thought, what if I could create a group where other groups, other individuals, like-minded people could come in, share videos, share photos, share experiences, just do things that, because I find that people who investigate the paranormal sometimes can be ridiculed. They can be criticised.
Mm.
It's like, I'll always say, don't ram it down people's throats. If you believe, you believe. If you don't, you don't. That's totally acceptable. But don't expect me to change my ways for your ways. And I sat there and I thought, right, first things first, I've got to think of a name. So, and I can't remember exactly how it came about, but I ended up looking through Google to see what local names were knocking about. And I thought, well, I live in Nottingham. I live in Nottinghamshire County, so why not the Nottinghamshire Paranormal Society? And I thought to myself, first things first, I need to know if this name's been taken, because I don't want to stand on anybody's feet and say, somebody turn around and say, "Oi, you nicked my group's name." So I sat there for hours and hours, just trolling through the internet, and I found the British Paranormal Society. I found, other little bits and bobs. And I sat there and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. So I clicked the button, create group, and I think it's coming up to our 6th birthday it's this February, our 6th birthday.
Yeah.
So,
that's good.
And the reason, again, why I did it was because in the early days, I did struggle with certain people, bad eggs, and I just wanted the group to succeed.
I think it's like that in most groups. You go through, meet a few people, you think initially, oh yeah, it's going to be fine. And then further along, you discover, no, it's not working. It's just not clicking right.
Yeah. So I got rid of them, as simple as that. As close as I've become to them, it broke my heart to get rid of them. And at one point, I'd just met Jay, and they just started participating in things in the group. And one particular day, I said to myself, you know what? I can't be doing with this. I can't be doing with the hassle. Can't be doing with the name calling. So I made it public. I said, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to shut the group down. That's it. I've had enough.
Yeah.
No sooner had I said that I got a message off of Jay saying, I understand things can be hard. He says, but you've got to think of the people that actually need this group. People that are also struggling probably rely on your group to live a daily life, to interact, to be able to do something.
Yeah. I also think because
So,
you guys, you do post quite a bit on your page as well. You know, information about different locations, other spiritual information as well.
Yeah, and you know, me and Jay's got this great thing. I can't explain it. We just vibe really well with each other. You know, we want the same thing.
Yeah, it's what you need.
I actually said, you know, I actually had to speak to him. I said, look, I don't think I told you about this with Lou and Ben because I didn't know whether he'd be comfortable in front of camera or not. I mean, for me, it just comes off the tip of my tongue. You know, and it's not as easy as that for other people.
Yeah.
So, but me and Jay's, there's not a day goes by when me and Jay aren't planning.
Yeah.
It's just constant planning. And Jay knows that I'm super busy all the time. I go to work, I do an 8-hour shift. I come home. When I'm not there, I'm helping young people. Like you two know, I've been to a meeting tonight, and I'm like, I need to get out of here for 7:30 because I've got something to do.
Sure.
The youth service and the paranormal is my passion. That's what I love.
Yeah.
A, because working with young people is rewarding, and B, because you never know what you're going to experience in the paranormal. Never.
Yeah.
You can never say that you're going to walk into a house and nothing's ever going to happen. It might not. You know, we've sat outside churchyards freezing as giddly off till 8 o'clock in the morning and nothing's ever happened.
Yeah.
You know, and I've got in car and Jay said, well, not much has happened tonight, has it, pal? And I've gone, well, no, but that's the paranormal thing. That's the way it works.
You can't expect to go out and have something amazing happen every time.
No. And then, you know, I come up with these quirky little ideas like promoting the group. Last year, I thought that were a big success when you and Ben come and seen us down at the country park, and then you come and spent the day with us.
Yeah.
I think it was, what was it for? Was it for the cinema?
Yeah, it was a cinema day, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's like even the local council said, look, bring your group down, set your centre table up. If you want to make some money, make some money. And, you know, that's what we did. Yeah. And it was so nice for me because not only was I there, but you guys were there, my daughter was there, Jeanette and Kev were there. There were loads of people just all coming together.
It was a nice day, that one.
Sharing the passion.
Yeah, it was just nice and relaxed, and the weather wasn't too bad, so we just hung around outside for a bit, didn't we?
Yeah. And what amazed me even more is that as close as we are as friends, you kind of feel like you're becoming family. You know what I mean? Because again, you all want the same thing. You all want to experience the same thing. And that's why I continue to do it, because I've met such good people through doing it. And I think that's why I'm going to continue to do it until day dot, basically. You know, like I say, me and Jay's got a wonderful thing going, a great partnership. Jay works very hard. As I say, when I'm at work and I can't get to my phone, I'll come in from work, I'll have a quick shower, get my dinner. The first thing I do is video call Jay. And it was a great day. just seeing Jeanette's comment.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when we'll video call and Jay will say, well, what do you think to this? What do you think to that? And I'll just say, go it, do it, whatever. Let's do it. I see my art is done.
So what are some of your big plans that you and Jay have been talking about? Are we allowed to hear any of them?
Yeah. So we intend to be doing. We have been working very closely with Brooks Paranormal Experiences. We've got a very close thing going on with Linda and Jordan at the minute, so they've been providing us some fantastic locations to investigate. We are also planning on doing some of our road investigation spots, so the Fairley Woods, where we've had some pretty good activity.
Yeah.
But also we'll be going back to Bow Vale Woods, where we had a phenomenal night of activity. And I mean, really, really sketchy stuff, to the point where we were actually jumping like, whoo! So aside from that, obviously everything's got to fit into my calendar. So it's like tonight, my line manager's like, right, we've got safeguarding training on the 9th of February, and I'm like, hold on, let me pull my calendar up. Yeah, I think I can do it. Now, knowing me, when it comes round to the 9th of February, I'll go, oh no, sugar. Jay, I've got safeguarding training with you series, and they'll be like, well, I did tell you about it. And I'll go, yeah, I know, I forgot. So I just kind of have to revolve everything around what I'm doing. But we're also going to be doing Shrewsbury Prison, I do believe. We're going to be going to Rendlesham Forest. So we're going to be doing that. We're upping his game this time.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing Essex to investigate the Essex murders from the Rise of the Foot Soldiers films.
Right.
So that's a particular passion of Jay's that he's very passionate about, but also it ties in with the paranormal. So we've got a few contacts down that end that we can meet up with. Other than that, we've also got some collaborations coming up as well. We've got a lot of collaborations coming up. So we'll be doing something with White Rose. But I think we were talking about doing something with Seeking the Paranormal. So I think that's a group of girls from the Lincolnshire area, I do believe.
I recognise the name.
And we had
I just can't remember where they are, because you have so many friends, don't you? Different teams all over the country, and you forget who's where. And yeah,
that's the thing. Jay will say to me, "Oh, I spoke to such and such the other day," and I'm like, "Who? What? Who's that?" And they'll say, "Oh, so yeah, oh yeah, I've got you, yeah." So. And sometimes I think Jay just thinks to himself, what have I got myself into here with? Because my memory does lapse a bit every now and again. But yeah, we'll be doing, like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of collaborations with Emily Paranormal as well. So I don't know if you've seen Emily Paranormal.
I've seen the book on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of work with her. It's going to be a busy year because not only will we be doing Rendlesham, but we're going to do Cannock Chase as well, and we will be doing a couple of charity events if we get the chance, if we get the opportunity.
Yeah.
So one of the things that me and Jay have been toying with the idea of is basically doing a haunted camper. But sponsored.
Yeah.
Now Jay's adamant he don't want to do it with me because I snore bad.
Not for any like scary paranormal reason, but because you snore.
Yeah. But for me, I really want to do Rendlesham. Something keeps drawing me to Rendlesham. I've watched numerous documentaries on it. I've watched other YouTubers and other bloggers, and stuff like that. And something is pulling me to go there, and I can't explain why it is. It's just every time I see the footage of the place, I'm just drawn in by this aura of like a mysticalness, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we did a show a while, very, very long time ago about random forest.
I don't remember. Was that before me?
Before you joined.
Oh, more. That was like.
That was a proper UFO. We had a proper UFO one.
Is that one that's available on Spotify?
Maybe on Spotify. It might even be before Spotify. It might have been when we was doing a radio show. For Full Stop Radio.
There is a place in Mansfield as well. It's quite under the naked eye. I think it was called the Mansfield Thunderbolt incident, if I'm not mistaken, and it was around the Thieves Wood area.
Yes.
Now,
yeah,
apparently,
I read about that one.
Yeah. So as soon as Jay rang me one day and he said, "Did you know there were a UFO crash in Mansfield?" And I'm like, "What? What?" Oh, and he's like, "No, serious. I'm being serious." And I'm like, "Right, here's what we need to do. I've got a metal detector upstairs. Let's get point bag. Let's get down there. Let's go and see if we can find anything." So that's another one that we're going to be doing. But I think the hardest thing at the minute is finding reliable and cheap places to investigate.
Yeah.
That is the most hardest thing. And I think it's a good thing that we've got Linda and Jordan, as I say, from Brooks Paranormal to help us, source some of the best investigation places. We will go bigger. We will do our own public investigation so everybody can join. But for me, it's finding a reliable venue, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I can remember when we did Anzio, going back to the army base, and Jay said, me and Jay did absolutely love it down there. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to drive through, to get to. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Jay says, we need to look into hiring this place ourselves. And I said, right, okay. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll ring him up, I'll speak to him. So I rang him up one particular day when I was off work. Hey, I came on an investigation other week, hosted by such and such. Just wondering if you'd be willing to let us investigate it and let us host the thing. Right, okay. You need to pay a deposit of £180. And I'm like, right, okay, seriously? And then it's a further 400 or something pound.
Yeah, that's the problem. So many places now, they're charging so much just because it's all kind of gone really popular again after COVID. Everyone's ramped up the prices because everyone's like, oh yeah, let's go out and want to go investigating all these places, and everyone wants to cash in on it.
Yeah, and I think it's like I've always had this thing where I've said ghost hunting should be affordable for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody that wants to experience it should be affordable for everybody. Not whether you think you're up there or whether you think you're there or think you're down there. As I said to you before, in my eyes, we're all on a level par.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think you're up there, then I'd sooner back off and stay away. Because one thing I've noticed is the people that think they're up there, or up there, should I say, I think they kind of think they're better than what they should be.
Yeah, we know a few people are not.
And that's what annoys me. I've always said that everybody is equal, no matter what car you've got on your drive, no matter what house you live in, what food you've got in your fridge. we are all equal. If you investigate the paranormal, you're just as equal as me. If you're into demonology like Ben is, we're equal. You know, I can't say that I've ever really experienced anything to do with demonology or anything like that. But the other week, I mentioned it to Linda Brooks actually when I spoke to her. I had a dream that I was performing an exorcism in a house. Now, this, to me, when I woke up, I was like, what the friggin' hell was that all about? So I said to Linda, I said, well, what do you think this dream meant? And she said, well, basically, you're in it for the good times and you're in it for the bad times.
Yeah.
And I'm like, right, okay, that's fair enough. And I know that if there's ever a case where I think there's something that I think is either malevolent or is demonic or inhuman, I know without a shadow of a doubt, I can pick up my phone and I can contact Ben. Or Lou.
Well, contact Ben.
I don't believe in demons.
So, and it's like, I can remember when we were out investigating and Ben was walking around with his black book. I can remember saying to Lou, I says, what's the black book for? Oh, that's his baby. That's his baby. And I'm like, makes perfect sense. You know, if you're passionate about it, you do these things. You want to encourage people to learn. You want to encourage people to understand. Not a lot of people do understand. It's just the way.
Everyone always mentions the little black book. Everyone has this obsession with the little black book.
I mean, they just whip it out, do something from it, and then put it back away again. And it was just like, what's happened?
I was absolutely amazed. I was absolutely amazed by this little black book, and I'm like, when I saw it, I was like, what's that? So yeah, to me, it's all about unity and the things that we have got coming up. We will obviously continue to do Facebook Live. We'll continue to get people involved. Yeah. And we'll also, I'm a big believer in supporting people as well. So people that are struggling mentally, physically, come out with us, come and experience it for yourselves, have a laugh and a bit of a giggle. That's what it's all about. We don't take it, if we feel the need that it has to be handled professionally, so we're doing like somebody's own, like we did the other week, we will handle it professionally. We will do it professionally.
Yeah.
If, you know, if we want it to be a nice, relaxed atmosphere for everybody, then yeah, we'll create that atmosphere. It's all about what we can offer and what we can create. So to me, that's important as well, because like you say, when Ben came that first time, not for 1 minute did I think to myself, well, he's a bit of a sticky one, he's not really talk much, has he? All I kept thinking was, make him feel comfortable. You know, make him feel.
Right, yeah. And aloof was the word to use. You were very aloof.
To be fair, John, you're not the first person I've done it to. Craig, bless him, on here from Stoke-on-Trent's museum. I did it to him. Me and Lou both turned up pretending to know absolutely nothing of the paranormal.
He just wanted to talk.
Yeah, he showed us round, and then at the end of it, we turned around and went, by the way,
we've got an ulterior motive.
Same as I did with you. It was Lou.
Well, the best thing about it was somebody, I can't remember who said it to me now, but they said, what did you think to Ben and Lou? And I was like, yeah, nice people. Yeah, really nice people. Did you know Ben's a demonologist, by the way? I was like, what? Ben didn't say nothing. And I'm like this sneaky little sob. Wait till I see him then.
Oh, we've got a comment up from there. We've got, in the vein of helping people, I wouldn't mind getting some opinions on an experience I had not so long ago. if I can ask at some point. Yep,
Yeah,
ask
sure.
away. Anyone in the, watching got any questions?
Yeah,
Though?
any questions, any comments, go for them. We'll get the spotlight on John. We'll do the whole bad cop, good cop. We'll go for it.
So when you're out on investigating, what's your preferred style? Do you like any gadgets in particular, or do you like the more traditional?
I like, I love my cameras. I'm a big camera freak, to be honest. I believe before, I think it was about 2 years ago when I upgraded my phone, I thought to myself, I was shopping around and I thought, you know what, I want something that's going to have a good memory, a brilliant camera, and this is going to resonate with you, Lou, because I know you've got one. So I went for the Oppo X5 Pro.
Yeah.
Basically, because when I was reading up on it, it said it had got like a additional gaming engine. It had got so basically when you were using it for vlogging and things like that, it freed up more memory to keep it running faster, running at more speed.
It's got a decent camera on it as well for daytime and nighttime.
It's coming up to 4 years old now, so it's still working, and I still get some good vlogs with it and some good footage. Yeah. So, but for me, again, it's so hard to budget your equipment because everything is so blooming expensive at the minute.
It's like they take a normal piece of everyday equipment, add the words like ghost hunting onto it, and then like triple, quadruple the price, don't they?
So I don't know if you're familiar with an EVP recorder that was taken off the market because it was apparently too good at reaching the other side.
Okay.
I think it was a Panasonic. I might be wrong.
Mm.
And the particular model number, I can't remember it, but if you go on eBay and actually look for EVP recorders, they do sell and retail for under £1,000.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely crazy because this particular recorder was picking up a little bit more than what your everyday EVP recorder should have been doing.
Yeah.
So strange voices, growls, children screaming, things like that. And they took it off the market. They stopped producing it. They took it off the market. So as soon as everybody realised that this particular EVP recorder could do something that others couldn't, the price just went up and up and up and up and up and up. And the last time I saw one, I think the cheapest I saw it for was £400.
Yeah.
Who in the right mind is going to pay £400 for an EVP recorder?
You get some people who would. Those people who think they're right up there.
I could probably name a few people that probably buy them.
So it just kind of, I like the K2 meters, the traditional K2 meters, click the button and away you go.
Yeah.
Like I say, mechanics, we've got, our equipment's limited because obviously we've got bills to pay as well. So, but we have got Boo Bear. Boo Bear comes in very handy, which you could probably remember from some of the investigations that you've been on with us. So Boo Bear is a white little bear. Each paw lights up when something touches it. So, and we've had some fantastic. We took it to Kellamall a couple of weeks ago. We kept moving it around different areas of the hall, and it kept going off. One paw there, stuff like that. And then we've got a couple of REM pods. Now we've had a kind of bit of a hit and miss thing with REM pods because you buy them, and when you switch them on, they sound like a cat that's got its tail trapped. So we kind of like you know, we're still experimenting with the REM pod kind of thing. I think sometimes the cheaper the better, and you get good quality as well for your equipment. So, but I have noticed the littler things like, again, like parabolic microphones. They're a fantastic way to get people involved, to get your headphones on, get your finger on the trigger, and you scan around for noises and anomalies.
I think anything that gets when
On
you're
Amazon,
out on investigation with like a group of people, whether it be just a larger group investigating or members of the public, if you've got stuff that everyone can have a go with, get everyone involved, I think that's quite important.
Yeah.
So no one feels left out then. If they want to try something, they can.
that's why I bought 2 cameras. I always had this idea that we could use my phone to vlog and do the live activity and stuff like that. But if people wanted to get really involved, you know, here's a K2 meter, go and have a wander around with that. Here's a camera, it's charged up, go and take some photos over there. You know, this one's a video camera, go and get some stuff from over there. I bought 2 tripods for them both. I bought lens covers, different adjustable lenses, and it's buggers law that we've not had to use them up to yet. So they sat in the carry cases. So, but it's there if we need it. And again, like you say, I think cheap, reliable equipment, give it to a person, and it takes that person away from that everyday life that you're stuck in.
Yeah.
If you get one.
Right.
And that's
We've got a massive comment here, so
Okay, I'm just going to take up most of the screen. Right. So a bit of a backstory. I lost my dad Christmas Eve 2010, and the eve just passed. I was feeling a bit harder than usual. I decided to take some time to myself. I tried to use my partner's scrying mirror, but after a short amount of time, I just got this feeling that it was sort of locked to my partner, and I wasn't allowed. So I decided to just meditate on trying to get some answers about my dad. As soon as I stopped focusing on the mirror and closed my eyes, all I could see was this face. And right, Ver, you need to complete that because it's broken off. We're a bit of a suspense part there. All I could see was this face and something. Now I want to know what it is, so come on, Ver, get typing.
yeah, I'm intrigued now as well.
Right,
The funny thing is, when it comes to loved ones, we, as investigators, we have to be very careful.
definitely. Oh,
Very,
we've
very
got more. We've got more. As soon as I stopped focusing on the mirror and closed my eyes, all I could see was this face that was extremely well-groomed beard. It was long and pointy features with wide horns. I got this feeling that I should have been scared, pushed thinking to myself that no, I want answers. As soon as I did, the figure stepped to the side as if to let me pass, and I ended up wandering through this place that I can only describe as a mix between Muspelheim and Mordor, and there was a lot of power. It only lets you type so much there, I think. You need to continue. But it sounds like you might have come into contact with like a gatekeeper or something. So like who was kind of sussing you out to see if you were allowed to go through, if they'd let you through or something. We'll see what he types up next.
sorry, I just need to start reading the next bit.
Hang on. It's come up. It makes me and Mordor, and while there was a lot of power and heat there, I only felt welcome. I managed to walk into this tower, but then I started to lose the ability to properly focus and move about as freely.
Yeah. That's exactly what he was saying.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Sussing him out, allowing him so far, but it's just like, no, you're not allowed to go any further yet until you've, I don't know, done some more meditation, more work on yourself.
Sorry, guys.
You're right, mate.
How'd it go then?
And there were me worried about falling asleep.
I know, no, it's just for some reason, as soon as we do a show, I start yawning because I'm looking at the phone.
You're looking at yourself,
Yeah.
thinking, I am getting sleepy. Oh, Jim's popped on beyond the veil. Hey, man, and Leo, I hope you all have a safe and wonderful 2024 and good luck in everything you do. Cheers, Jim. Thanks, Jim. You too. And I hope we have good investigations this year as well.
So we'll be getting Jim on at some point as well for the chat. He's a very good friend of ours.
He keeps denying at the moment, but we'll wear him down eventually. Right. That's how heated moment. I know. I keep going hot and cold.
Everybody's got the bloody thing at minute.
I know. It's properly hit me today. I had to come home from work at 12 o'clock. Spent the afternoon in bed. It was weird because I could feel the intense heat like I was in a volcano, but it was comfortable like a cozy home.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel pretty much what's classed as a warning shot for them. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let's choose the words. It's nothing demonic or negative or anything like that. It's just a warning shot.
It's just you venturing over to the other side, and they kind of need to suss you out a bit first before they let you properly over. Oh yeah.
Just remember, folks, there's more in this world than demons and angels.
It's funny to say that. I was talking to a bloke in the canteen this morning, and he said, "What you got on this weekend then, Johnny?" I says, I said, "I'm here till 2 o'clock, and then I'm going home, try and get at least half an hour shut eye." I says, "And then I'm going up to Youth Club for a staff meeting." I says, "And then I come back, and I'm talking to some friends of mine from the other dimension," and they kind of went like that and looked at me. "The other dimension?" And I said, "Yeah." And he says, what's that then? I said, "Well, it's to do with paranormal and, unexplained things like that." He said, "I didn't know you did all that stuff, John." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I'll tell you something now." He says, "There's more to this world than meets the eye."
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, there is. But again, that goes back to, like, one person said to me today, "I don't believe." Right, fine. You don't believe. That's it.
Yeah, everyone has their own opinions.
I don't stand there and say, "But why?"
Yeah, never force you believe something.
We did the Galleries of Justice. I think it was mid-November. And we were down in one particular part, and I was stood with the parabolic microphones. It was, something that it was a brilliant place to investigate, and I definitely want to go back because there was something there. Yeah, something just kept, like, I kept catching it at the corner of my eye, and I'm like, "I've seen you here, I know you're there, but I just can't quite place who or what you are." And I was stood with my back up against the wall. I got the parabolic microphone. We were down where the chains and the shackles were, and that table thing. And as I'm looking to the left, I kind of saw this shadow figure, and it was stood, like, crouched on the floor, like that. And then it stood up, and it arched its shoulders like that, as if to say, "Right, I'm here. You've seen me. What are you going to do about it?" And I'm like, "I've just seen something over here, guys. I've just seen something like a shadow thing." And it was... I didn't automatically turn around to myself and say, "Whoa." I just thought, there's something you don't see every day. What is it? So that's another reason why I want to go back, to see if I can see the same thing again. So when people say, "I don't believe," or "Have you ever seen a ghost?" That's the biggest popular question. I don't know. I can't honestly say. I've seen things like the lady at Annesley Hall. We've took photos, and we've got apparitions poking their heads around like that, and it's like, again, going back to Anzio, the very first building that we walked in, something went like that right corner, and it's like, you kind of, for a split second, you've got to try and digest everything in your head and kind of think to yourself, right, what have I just seen? What have I just experienced? Is it real? Is it my imagination? Because in places like the Galleries of Justice, it's really, really dark. It's the only lighting that you've got is from the emergency lighting for the exit. And you like try to focus as hard as you can to see if there's something there.
And your brain will
But
always
what
try
I've
and
started
explore it as
noticing,
well.
yeah, but since my senses have been opening up, what I've started to notice now is I kind of see the outline of something. So that's how I know when there's something there. And I'll just we did a residential one just before Christmas, and we were sat in the back room of this house, and I'm looking down through the kitchen towards the bathroom, and I'm sat there and I'm like looking and thinking to myself, is there somebody going like that? Is there somebody actually looking at me now going like that? Or something? And I thought, so I sat there and I just quizzed it with Linda Brooks, and I says, is it over there, Linda? And she said, yeah, it's hiding in the bathroom. And I'm like, wow. And I could, for the first time, but again, it doesn't scare me, it just kind of intrigues me. What does it want? What is its intentions? You know,
Piques your curiosity.
is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, and that's when people say to me, "Have you ever seen a ghost?" I'll say, "You know what? Come with us and experience it for yourself. See what you think. And if you see something that you can't explain, maybe I've seen a ghost."
So another comment
It's just a
should I continue to explore then? Because I've been itching to go back. I could go into a lot more detail, but it's proven I can type more than Facebook can cope with. Yeah. What would you say?
Go back, but be wary. Show respect.
Yeah.
Always show
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah. Say this to everyone, and we've said it for years and years.
And that's one thing I like. I never antagonise anything either. I'll not say I've been with a couple of investigators before where they've been like, come and tap me, come and touch me, come and grab me, and it's like, no. If we don't know what we're dealing with, why would you want it to come and grab you or touch you?
Yeah.
Let's just see if we can't get a reasonable physical answer from a K2 meter. Can you please light up the K2 meter that's on the table? That black little boxy thing there. Can you light it up on the table? The Boo Bears in the corner. Can you light up the Boo Bears paws or something like that? And it's like a previous investigation. This woman's going, "Can you go and touch Johnny?" And I'm like, "What? I don't want the blooming thing touching me."
Sacrificial lamb.
And at the end, in the end, I just kind of turned around and looked at her and I says, "No, don't come for me." I says, "Go for her." Like that. And she was like, so, yeah, show respect. Always show respect, guys. She's all right.
I'm fine.
Taking the effort to do this, Joe, bless you.
Nothing's in focus at the moment. Can't see a thing.
Very tired.
It's all
Yeah, that's just coming towards the end of the show, believe it or not.
We've got 6 minutes left.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Any more questions for Johnny Boy or today?
And what you've got coming up, like this week, anything? Or anything this month you've got that you'd like to promote?
I think me and Jay's going to be doing a bit of brainstorming tomorrow and actually starting to put things into place into the calendar. As I say, Jay's out investigating tonight in Sherwood Forest, so I don't envy him one bit. I'm happy that I've got my nice warm bed. But for me, it's going to be a matter of I've got a lot of youth work training to do at the minute, so these next few months are going to be a little bit up and down, so I've got to kind of balance it, as I say, everything between it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're looking to get back out there soon when the weather changes. And like I say, you know, Jay runs everything for me. So I just want to give a quick shout out to him when he watches his back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been interesting night. Yeah, see you.
I'm sure.
But yeah, it's been really interesting.
We'll be out with you guys as well. We'll always be helping you guys out.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Anthony Joe, so it's going to be freezing for the next week. I know we've gone from rain and now we're going to get freezing, and eventually it'll be all right.
Well, coming back from Kellamore, we actually got stuck in the snow.
Yeah, I remember you put something on Facebook about that. You had to like walk like the last mile or something, didn't you, home?
About 3:15 in the morning, and Jay's like, Jay's great. Are you all right, pal? I'm like,
Oh.
so, but the joys of paranormal investigating. And then when I got to work the next day, and everybody's like, have you had a good weekend? Have I had a good weekend? Have I had a good weekend? No, I bloody well haven't had a good weekend. So
you can check out the lives. Go on, buddy.
It's been a real pleasure. I've enjoyed it.
Nice to have you on. We'll have you on again, and we'll get Jay on as well. We'll arrange something. Yeah.
We will be able to catch John's live for the Nottingham Paranormal Society. You'll be able to check them on their page, which we'll put a link below. You will also be able to check their lives out on our page as well, The Other Dimension, as we'll post up their lives. And no doubt we will be joining you guys sooner as well. We have a bit of a soft spot for you guys as well. Bless you.
The same here.
That's it for this week's show. Next week we have
Nancy Thames.
Nancy Thames coming on.
She is from America.
Yep.
An American lady.
And she will be talking to us about her alien abductions
and experiences,
her communication with aliens, and yeah, it will be a good show. It's not one to miss.
Ooh.
So
join us.
That's it for us guys this week. Guys,
are you doing the Sunday show?
I may do a Sunday show. I'm not sure yet.
Okay, because unless I'm better, I won't.
Yeah. To be fair, guys, I'm going to be completely truthful. Sunday show, I have absolutely nothing to talk about whatsoever in a minute. I've literally just been getting my feet back under my ground after last year, because last year has been nothing. It was nothing but absolute carnage. And to put it truthfully, and you're going to watch it glow, if it hadn't been for Lou, I would not be sat here having this conversation with you. Or genuinely, it was a crippling year for me. And I say, if it weren't for Lou, I wouldn't be sat here. But yes, on that note, guys. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We've been in the other dimension. John, it's been an honour and amazing having you on. Guys, be safe, be good, and if you can't do anything sensible, make sure you do something silly, and make sure you always record it. Good night, folks.